Vehicles burn at the scene of a massive explosion in front of Safari Hotel in the capital Mogadishu, Somalia. Credit EPASAID Yusuf WARSAME. The death toll from a truck bomb that exploded near to a hotel and market in Mogadishu rose to 239 on Sunday, making it the worst terrorist atrocity in the country's history. Saturday's savage attack targeted a busy street close to several important ministries in Somalia's capital. Officials say 275 people have been wounded. This is the deadliest attack ever, police official Ibrahim Mohammed told AFP. It is very difficult to get a precise number because the dead bodies were taken to different medical centers and some of them were taken directly by the relatives for burial. Most of the bodies have been burnt beyond recognition, and police are braced for the number to rise due to the severity of the injuries sustained in the blast, which is the Horn of Africa's deadliest single attack. Men and Somalian soldiers arrive on the site to rescue victims of the explosion of a truck bomb. Credit Mohammed Abdiwahabmohammed Abdawar. Getty Images. Following the attack, President Mohammed Abdullahi Mohammed declared 3 days of mourning. Crowds gathered in Mogadishu yesterday, with protesters condemning the bloodshed. The Somali government blamed the attack on Al-Shabaab, an Islamist terror group that has fought a long-running insurgency against Mogadishu. The Al-Qaeda-affiliated organization had not claimed responsibility for the attack Sunday evening. Al-Shabaab has carried out multiple recent attacks on the city using grenades, guns and bombs in its quest to topple the government, which is backed by the UN and the African Union. In January, the group killed at least 28 by ramming a car bomb into a hotel near Parliament and then detonating a second device when ambulances arrived on the scene. In June, it murdered 31 in an attack on a pizza restaurant. Civilians evacuated from the scene of the explosion. Credit Reuters. Faisal Omar. The organization was forced out of Mogadishu in 2011, and has recently suffered a series of severe territorial losses to African Union peacekeepers and government troops, supported by U.S. drone strikes. They don't care about the lives of Somali people, mothers, fathers and children, Prime Minister Hassan Ali Khair said of the weekend's bombing. They have targeted the most populated area in Mogadishu, killing only civilians. British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson said on Sunday the UK condemns in the strongest terms the cowardly attacks in Mogadishu, which have claimed so many innocent lives. Those responsible have shown no regard for human life or the suffering of the Somali people. The UK will continue to support Somalia in the fight against terrorism. A Somali soldier helps a wounded civilian. Credit app photo Farah Abdi Warsame. Despite the frequency of attacks on Mogadishu, the scale of the blast over the weekend has left the city reeling. Concrete buildings in the Hoden district were flattened by the explosion, with cars set on fire and smoke hanging heavy in the air. Hospitals put out desperate pleas for blood donations, and dazed people searched through piles of rubble, metal and bloodied sandals looking for family members. With a heavy heart I would say this is the worst attack I have ever witnessed, Masood Mohammed, who lost family members in the blast, told AP. Among those reported to have died in the attack are 3 brothers who worked at a nearby shopping center, 4 volunteers with the Somali Red Crescent Society, and a local freelance journalist.